And I encourage anyone who has gone through this to find support groups like I did, find therapy groups, look for spiritual help, find a group of people where you can start to talk about what happened to you, because what happened to you matters. And as Kaya mentioned at yesterday's Sovereign Soul Alliance, no one can gaslight you into minimizing what happened to you for their own comfort, because people find these types of topics involving sexual deviancy to be very uncomfortable, so they choose to just pretend it doesn't exist. And as a survivor, please find a way, whether it's journaling, you need to talk about it, or else this trauma will stay with you forever. And you need to find a way to release it.
Yeah, something that has helped me, a practical technique that has helped me get over traumatic events. Of course, I never went through something as traumatizing as human trafficking, but we all do have our own unique sets of traumas. But something that helped me was to relive the story in my mind over and over and over again until it had no more impact on me. The first time that I relived a traumatic event in my mind, of course, it broke me down. The second time, it broke me down again. But by the third time and the fourth time, it was almost like I would pretend that I was speaking to someone else about it, but I would just have like this inner dialogue in my mind, reliving and retelling every second of my story. And honestly, after a while, it didn't really have much of an impact on me anymore. Because even if it's difficult to get it out on paper, because I think for some people it is, because getting it out on paper, you're bringing it out into the physical reality again. But even if it's hard for somebody to get it out of them, even if it is through writing that you're not going to share with anybody else, I would say at least have that inner dialogue with yourself in your mind. I think I found it very therapeutic for me too. So that's something that I definitely recommend. And everything that you mentioned, those are very powerful yet practical ways to help support people who've been involved in sex trafficking or human trafficking. And also it is very healing for the energy centers too at the same time. And once you heal those energy centers, that's really when you're creating that alchemy within you, and you're completely transforming that trauma and converting it into soul power, just kind of like Kaya Ross says, converting, I think she says it, converting trauma into soul power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's